Who are they hiding from?
You're on.
Oh. Hello. We weren't just watching The Office. You like The Office, right?
I love The Office.
Oh, wait, first. Shark Tales
Woo.
with Annie. Yeah, so here we are at Placerville, California, night number 2, the Hangtown 100, and the races were over super early tonight, so we were able to come up and watch The Office. And instead of enjoying an entire episode, Lisa says we had to do a show.
Because the girls are ready for bed. That's
Girls are. Candace already went to bed. Lisa wants to go to bed.
I didn't get any sleep last night.
God, why? Explain why.
You
I
explain
wasn't
why.
around.
You're dumb kids, that's why. But I took good care of Travis today.
Yes.
Man.
He's been talking about you like since Trophy Cup.
So today Travis learned about strippers.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about.
Uncle Andy's been a great influence this weekend. It's wonderful.
Yeah. That's what you do on a camp trip. So, night number 1 of the Hangtown 100. The track was pretty juiced up. I thought it was great myself. But,
Yeah, they did have a high flip count.
oh yeah,
But-
I'm going to guesstimate 15-ish. What was your guesstimation?
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds pretty close.
It sounds like a lot when you just spit it out there, but yeah, it was a long night.
Yeah, but I thought the last night the racing was pretty good actually though. Like, I understand like it could have been narrow for some guys, but like you get the handful of guys that like get up 4 tires up over the cushion
Yeah.
and like really push it, and it like gets you up in the seat watching. Like it was exciting, I thought.
I was more entertained with last night's feature than tonight's feature.
Yeah, and the track kind of was nice and wide. Should have
Tonight,
produced
yeah, it was
better racing.
technically, theoretically, the track everybody wants, right? It was
Right.
kind of slicked up, a little bit of dust, 2 groups. I guess it's fun to complain and bitch about the track being shitty last night because it was too heavy and this and that. But so, long story short, and I hope I explained this properly. So at the last race that we ran here at Placerville, Scott did his normal track prep after the races, which in a sense he just scrapes all the material to the bottom of the track. So now all the material's at the bottom of the track, this big, huge pile of dirt. The next day or 2 days later, you come back and you start spreading it back, whatever he does. The fire camp moved in. He wasn't able to come and finish, so the track just sat like that, which was fine. Well, the fire camp sat here and yoked it up as long as they could. The fire's been out for weeks, but they were still here up until like 2 weeks ago. So he was finally able to get on the track like last week. But by then, it had
All
rained.
the rain came.
So
yeah.
that big pile of material that was all around the entire bottom of the track, it sat there and soaked up all the rain. So when he spread that all back out this week, the material that he spread all over the track was pretty damn wet.
Yeah.
So that's why it kind of delaminated last night.
And with
chunky.
these cold temperatures,
Oh, yeah.
like gets dark super early. Like
High humidity level, no temperature, no sun on the
sun.
track, smaller tires than what we're accustomed to running here.
Yeah.
So the poor little midget guys had to drive through a bump or two. Oh darn. I loved it.
It is kind of like our style of track racing, really. But saying that for a wing sprint car, because
Yeah.
like watching some of those midget guys, like the aggressive ones, like
Qualifying.
oh man, I couldn't do what they were doing.
Qualifying has kind of become pretty boring, I guess you'd say, because we just all go out there and make laps. And when I grew up, like, watching my dad race, cars tipped over quite frequently, and qualifying was kind of exhilarating. And
Yeah.
that last night's qualifying reminded me that, because you almost expected every car to possibly flip. And it was like, oh my gosh, oh no, oh.
Yeah.
I was very entertained with qualifying, and nobody crashed tonight in qualifying, but it was still, I like, we go down and sit in turn 1, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, and I know, what else do you want to talk about? We didn't
From
race.
night 1 or just in general?
We went to the main grandstands.
Yeah, we watched the AMA from the main grandstands.
Have you ever sat in the main grandstands here?
I feel like I've had to. Well, I definitely have as a kid. My dad raced here in a stock car and a sprint car, like in the 80s.
Late 80s.
Late 80s.
Okay.
Maybe early 90s in a sprint car, maybe. So, yeah.
That was me. I don't believe that I've watched a race from these main grandstands since maybe 91-ish
Yeah.
is when I started making my way into the pits. So I thought, what the hell? Let's go see. Because guess what? There was plenty of places to sit.
Yeah, there was. But it was cool. Like, but these last kind of handful of races, like we've been watching races at other tracks from the grandstands, and it's a totally different perspective from watching races in the pits. Like, usually you don't have a good view from the pits at most tracks.
Yeah.
Placerville's actually pretty good. You get great big grandstands up on the hill.
Yeah, RMI's grandstands in the pits are big.
Yeah, they do it right here. But like Placerville's main grandstands, it's like very high and very close to the track, like compared to other tracks. Like I felt like you were on top of the track, so it was.
Yeah, I
What's
can't
perspective?
imagine what it would be like we sat up relatively high, but
Yeah.
let's say we were in like row 7. Could you imagine being in row 7 at the start of a winged sprint car race
No.
with 22 or 24 cars?
Tell them about Stan.
Blow your damn hat off.
I told him that one yesterday when we were sitting up there. So like the company I work for, they don't know about racing, and way back in the day, I think I was in the 2SB for a Civil War race. I think it was on a Wednesday night. I was telling everybody, oh, I'm racing.
So
on
we're talking
Wednesday.
09, 08,
Probably,
09.
Yeah. So they thought, so my boss was going to come to his first race and showed up somewhat late. But Wednesday night, Civil War races.
Probably right on time to him, though. It probably said
Probably.
racing at 7. He probably
Yes.
showed up right at 7 and thought, okay, here I am
Right.
on time.
But Wednesday Civil War races here always packed the place. Always. So there wasn't very many seats left, and he gets there and he's all, oh, look, front row's wide open. That's cool. So sits on down, and
Look
then
at me.
yeah, and then qualifying happens. He's all, oh, now I know what he sits down here.
Did he stick it out the whole night?
No, I don't know if he found a higher spot or something. I don't know.
Dirt in the beer.
I actually think I won that night, so it was actually kind of cool that he was there. And so, you actually do race, and
Yeah,
you're
you know,
fairly
typically
okay at it.
your casual friends that know you race, when they go to the races, typically I do. I mean, I won't speak for you. You suck on those nights, right?
Yes.
Oh, you won 2 weeks in a row. Oh, we're gonna go watch you race next Saturday, and you finish 19th or something.
It was
It's
either
like,
my rookie year or my second year. I was racing here, Civil War race, and my best friend came, and he wasn't into racing at all. And I think Civil War race started front row in the heat race, so I'm thinking, okay.
Oh, you
I'll
qualified
do this.
crappy then.
Qualified crappy.
What, like 18th to 24th.
Right.
You're one of them sandbaggers.
But I'm thinking, I'll win this thing, no piece of cake. Well, it was super slick with a big cushion, and I was not prepared for it. I was rookie, very green, and yeah, just slid, hit the cushion wrong, tipped her over, and my dad was so mad. He was blaming my friend. He's all, it's because your friend's here, you're trying to impress him, and I'm like, I really wasn't. Like,
That I just suck.
I know, like, I don't know what I'm doing yet out here. Like, that was a tough track. But yeah, that usually happens when friends come.
They never see you do good.
I know.
Pisses me off.
You had a friend show up to the race in Marysville. He didn't stay, but you did good that night.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, he got
Cobb.
tired and left?
No.
Oh, yeah, I did
the
I did
couple
see
one.
the CHP there. That's cool.
Yeah, my best friend from high school. He's now CHP in Yuba City, and he asked if I was racing that weekend. I said I actually am. He's all, oh, I'm gonna swing by. Well, he swung by in his highway patrol car.
That was the greatest thing I've ever
You
seen.
should have saw everybody in the pits
Everybody.
like looking around like who the hell's in trouble, or they're probably saying like hide stuff.
Yeah, my dad was saying hide his beer. Like, oh.
Yeah.
But he came in just to say hi. That was pretty cool.
So he didn't see you win.
But
No.
no, it was
so
funny.
he
like
doesn't know that you're good or not.
I know. Yeah, he texted me the next day like, "How'd you do?" I'm like, "I actually won." So cool. What do people think of me? Like showing up in my cop car.
I wonder what that's like being like a cop. I mean, you could basically just go and do anything
That's what he
you
did.
want.
He
just
drove right
drove
in.
Right in.
No
Kind of waved at the
signing.
people, and they just kind of
Yeah, what are
waved
you gonna
back.
do?
And, yeah.
Stop the cop?
Right.
No.
Well, see, you say, what is it like? I asked him, what is it like to be the most hated person everywhere you go?
Yeah.
There's nowhere that you show up where everyone's like, oh, thank God, the highway patrol's here. No.
We almost needed the highway patrol tonight.
Oh yeah, there was.
Somebody got a little testy at the pit gate.
Yeah, and he had a pit pass, but he was running away from people who were stopping him. Like, hey, do you have a pit pass? Hey, hey! And he's running away from people. So like, people were chasing him down. People were crashing on the ground. No bueno.
Yeah.
I had to kick him
Marnie
out.
fell down. And then the guy got pretty feisty.
Yeah, it took like a dozen people to finally like convince him to go out. A lot of
We were there.
And
We were
shoving, too.
we were waiting in case they needed backup.
Right.
We just watched and kept our cool.
we're the tough guys. We'll take care of it, just
Uh,
in case.
Had to dress up pretty warm. I was a little chilly last night, so basically anything that was in this motorhome I'm wearing, whether it belonged to Candace or Kaylin or whoever, I'm wearing it right
Took
now.
him a half hour to
Yeah, I can
change.
barely move. I don't know if you've seen Ghostbusters, but the Stay Puft Marshmallow, how he walks, that's how I walked all night tonight. I can barely move.
Like the kid from the Christmas Story. I can't put
Yeah.
my arms down.
I don't watch. I already just told you I don't watch
I know, you
Christmas
don't
movies.
watch
I
Christmas
never watched
movies.
that movie, so I don't know what
Shame
you're
on
talking
you.
about.
Shame on you.
Everybody's seen that movie,
I
even if
haven't.
they've never seen it.
Is that the one where you stick your tongue on the
Yeah,
frozen
yeah.
milk? I have not watched that.
Oh, come on, Andy.
Nope. I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
You
They
are
put the
not
kid
just-
in like this onesie, and then he goes, "I can't put my arms down." And his mom pushes him down, and then they fly back up because so much clothes.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'd say that's about it since we don't have nothing to talk about ourselves.
Anybody
We
you
don't wanna
were
talk
impressed
about-
with the last couple days?
I was impressed with Carrick winning last night. I mean,
Like, he was super strong out front
Yeah.
last night, and he even drove through the pack pretty well today. Like, he looked super strong. I thought he looked like the fastest car on the track a couple times, other than Kofoid, who had a clear track out front.
then
But
he pushed his teammate into the wall, and she
wasn't. I don't think they're teammates.
Well, that wasn't a Coons car?
No,
That's what I
think
was
she's
asking.
in a Chad Boat
I don't
car.
know.
God, I'm so confused, man. It's like I feel like every car out there is a Coons car.
I know, and now
I was
Colby
trying to look at
Copeland's
the
running,
side.
but he's in a Chabot car, but you typically see him in a Matt Wood car, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. You're either in a Coons car or your car says NOS on it, and they don't even all belong to the same team. I think that they should run flags on their cars, like the banners that they have in front of like cellular stores now. Just like running a banner with their name on it, so at least we know who the hell they are. And what is the deal with Coons? Can they just run a different number on all the cars? They're all 67, and 71, and
71K, 71L.
just freaking put different numbers on. I think every car is the same car.
I wonder what the reason is there.
I think there's 11 Coons cars here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they're all 67. There's 11 67s out there.
And 71s, whole bunch of 71s.
Ugh. Yeah, there's got to be a rhyme or reason why they don't run different numbers. Because it's confusing as hell.
They do at Chili Bowl, right?
I mean, I'm not. Well, I don't watch very much non-wing or midget racing, so it's hard for me to kind of know who's who at times.
Every
But
time I asked you, you knew who they were.
I had race monitor the whole time.
Well, I didn't want my hands out. I
Like,
had
that's
my
the
gloves
thing.
on, so I wasn't working the phone.
Like, if it's a wing race, like, you see the number and you know who
Try hand scoring
that
them.
is. Oh yeah, hand scoring it for a scorekeeper for midgets.
I don't think
would
he
be
could
really
do
tough.
it.
Yeah, you
'Cause
don't know how to do that
sometimes-
anymore. You got a computer now. You just press
Yeah.
score.
You turn
I
the
always hand scored
turn the
when
computer on. Get the cursor out and push
The
enter on
Drake.
on score.
right. But did you just hear me hand scoring?
Your cook went to bed already.
Yeah, you're shit out of luck, bud.
Well, I guess I'm out of here.
So
You're
we
the
got-
cook tonight.
We got the Flow guys here coming to mooch food, and guess what? My wife drunk and passed out, and you're not eating.
I just came to say
There actually could be something in there I could bring out.
There's a
for you.
lot of cheeseburgers in there.
Dean
There's
acts
what?
like he had good intentions.
So okay, we're not going to invite these guys on because we don't want to share the glory. And
What glory is that?
hey, props to Placerville. I mean, Scott did work hard on the track today. He got it back to where he wanted.
Dude, well, he was working super hard on it yesterday.
Yeah, he
like
did.
in between each heat race, he was out there on the tractor, like trying to smooth
Remove
it out,
material.
like doing the best he could. And then today, like it was actually cool. Like he could hang out and he was actually
Yeah.
watching races
He
with
was
us.
up
So,
in
it was,
turn
Great
4
track.
so no, great job, great hard work.
and done
Hard
by
work
like
pays off.
9:20. 2
Crazy.
hours ahead of last night. Over 2 hours faster. So
Great stuff.
That's it from Hangtown 100 night number 2. Maybe if we feel like it, we'll talk tomorrow. If something cool happens, we'll talk tomorrow. How about that?
Somebody's gonna win it. That's pretty
Well,
cool.
somebody's going
I don't
to.
give a
I
shit.
know.
I mean, when I say
not
cool,
gonna
I'm
be
talking
you.
about a fight.
Oh,
Or like maybe, I bet T-Mez
Almost had one.
stealing race cars.
TV is probably going to be good tonight. I don't think he's very happy with that 01
01,
car.
yeah.
Oh, he flew off turn 4, right?
Yeah,
They
that guy
pushed
right
him
rear
off.
his left front.
Ruh-roh. Don't do that to
Wiedemann.
T-Mez.
That never wins.
Wiedemann. I've never heard of that guy. All right, turn this thing off. Let's feed these free-loading flow guys and go to bed.